Okay, so we're on turn 9 in the Italian-Ottoman War of 1911-1912. And starting with the Italians, the event table yields a negative event this time, home front debates. I mean, we had that one before. So that the effect of that is that the recruitment is basically double. So it does hamstring the Italians a little bit here. And we already had kind of a setback last time, losing Benghazi. Um, so I decided to, produce a few recruits, and then I had the Italians land near Benghazi, and then I had troops at Barca assemble and march, and they joined in an attack against Benghazi. The Ottomans have a leader there, so they have the initiative, and they ended up knocking out a number of Italian steps. But the Italians were able to use naval support in the attack, and they took out 4 Ottoman steps. However, the position held. So I spent another activation point and activated them again, even though they're damaged, and the Italians redoubled their efforts here. Again, as expected, the Turks got the advantage and inflicted 3 more step losses on the Italians. And then when the Italians did attack, they again added another fleet shore bombardment marker in here. And the Ottoman forces ended up losing 3 more steps, but the position holds. They did not have to retreat. And then during the supply phase, the Italians lost some more units here to attrition because they're not in a place where they can be supplied well. I just didn't have the points to be able to make a supply unit for them. So the main issue here is that, yeah, this is what happens when there's no support from the home front. So that brought the Italian part of the turn to an end. We go to the Ottoman player, and the Ottomans roll a very similar event. Ottoman government occupied elsewhere. So they're not going to be able to recruit Turkish units this time because they're presumably being used somewhere else. But the fact is, they haven't been able to mobilize any Turkish units anyway since Turkey sued for peace. This is just rebellion units that are continuing to fight. The Senussi and the Libyans. So the Ottoman player is able to use the force that is at Benghazi to strike at the remnant of the Italian army to the east of Benghazi. And as a result, the weakened Italian units are wiped out. This was not too difficult of a task. Then I had the Ottomans create bases out of their entrenchments at Derna and Tobruk. They also had them make bases at Bardia and one of the oases, I think it was Diyarbakir. And then finally I had them entrench at Sebha. And I just decided to end with the Ottomans not being any more aggressive, but just solidifying all of their defensive positions if possible. And then we'll see what happens on turn 10. Okay, well, the Italians have a decision to make. Because I won the naval battle for the the Aegean Sea areas, the game doesn't have to go 10 turns. It can end at 9 if the Italians decide to. Considering the situation, I didn't count out all of the victory points. I know what you need to get, but I haven't really been watching them. I'm just playing this out, and I'm realizing, as the Italian, I've already got peace with Turkey. This is just the rebels, and I don't need to keep fighting them. So I decided to just not go into turn 10 and just do a victory point count and see what comes up. I have an idea I had an idea it's not going to go that well, considering what just happened, in eastern Libya the last couple of turns. So anyway, after tallying everything up, Italy came out with only 26 victory points for the areas that they occupy, and the Ottomans had 27 victory points. So you take the differential. So basically, the Ottomans are ahead by 1 victory point, and that falls into the 0 to 9 range of a draw. So after all this, basically what we have is a draw, but Italy and Turkey made peace. Italy has a good chunk of Libya under its control, but not obviously not Tobruk and Benghazi. So I don't know. I think this is really a victory, but many more years to come before World War II breaks out and the Desert War breaks out. I mean, we have to get through World War I even first. So I decided to end it here, and this was quite a fun game. It's not very difficult. It's a fairly easy game. It's a broad brush stroke of the operational efforts that went on here, and I think I noticed on Board Game Geek it is rated like a 7.3 or something like that. I mean, it's kind of a newer game, so it doesn't have a lot of ratings, and only one person on there I saw gave it kind of a low rating. But in looking at that person's games, I see that they really like tactical games, are the ones they rate high in their collection. So this is definitely not a tactical game. It is an operational game, and it has a lot of the abstractions that you would expect in an operational game. And so I can see why, a person that likes tactical games wouldn't like this one as much. But anyway, that's all I'm have to say about this game. If you're interested in this topic, I thought it was fun to play. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching this series, and I hope you have a great day.